At the end of this video, you will learn how to add the new official Figma MCP to your cursor. If you have already played with Cursor and designs, you won't be surprised that this MCP is working well, but with some limitations of responsiveness to different screens. That's why we created a bonus part for this video to help you with this problem. So make sure to stick to the end. Let's get started. So what I want to do, I want to take this Figma and convert it into code. In order to do so, I'm going to show you the helping documentation that Figma released. Here we are going to start with the limitations of this MCP. First of all, it is available only on premium subscription, dev or full seat. You must have the Figma desktop app in order to make it work. Behind the hood, we're going to create an MCP server on our local machine, and this is how it's going to run. And they are mentioning that you can use this MCP in several IDEs, Cursor of course, VS Code, Windsurf, Cloud Code, and I think in the future they're going to add some more. So after we talked about the limitation, in step 2 you can see how to configure it to each IDE. What we need to do, we need to choose Cursor, and here I'm going to take this Figma config and we're going to add it to our MCP. We're going to Cursor Settings, Cursor Settings. Here we're going to choose MCP. You can see that I already have Figma MCP running and working. If you didn't, if this is the first time, you need to click here, add new global MCP server, and copy what was provided in the helping documentation. After that, close it, do some refreshes, make sure that this is working. You can see that the MCP server is running locally. Great. After we've connected Cursor to Figma, now we want to connect Figma into Cursor. So this is my Figma desktop app. Here we're going to open the Figma preferences. We have enable dev mode MCP server. I've already checked it, but you need to make sure this is checked. And now it means that both MCP and Figma are connected to each other. Great, now let's write a prompt that takes this Figma and turn it into code. Let's take this prompt, take the frame in the Figma and design it as a basic website. You can see that I have slow requests, so maybe consider subscribing to support me. What do you think? Okay, the code was generated. I can see that there is an index.html that was created and a CSS file. Let's open it and see the result. Great, this is our new code. As you can see, it looks great. Let's compare it to our design. In the design, it looks almost the same. Maybe the same, I don't know. But it is working as expected. I will leave a link in the description to this page, don't worry, so you can do it as well. Let's jump to our bonus. How can we make it more responsive? We're going to use a Figma plugin called Responsify. Responsify will take our design and show us how it will look like on different screen sizes. How we're going to do it? Let's choose the pricing, settings. Now we're going to plugins, Responsify. You already see that I installed it. If you didn't install, go to manage plugins and install it. Here on this plugin, let's say I want to work with tablet. Let's click here. And now it generated all the screens that are suitable for tablets, and I can see how my design will look like on other screens. The idea is to add breakdowns and design to each screen, so the MCP will know exactly how to convert it into code. The concept here is not new. The more details you add to the task, the better result you get. Another major factor for the quality of your code is which LLM you are using. Claude 4 is for sure the most used LLM. We can see it in the statistics. So make sure to learn about it in this video. Thank you very much.